Hi, we are going to see that introduction to CS Pro language. Introduction to CS Pro language. Basically, this language is CS Pro language is programming. Basically, it's carried out by two places. It's one is for data entry and another is a batch edit application. Both the places you can use the CS Pro application. In data entry application, you can write a logic to control a check and keying the operation as it is a process. In a batch edit application, you can write a logic to correct errors or a data capture complete like that. That kind of places you can use it. Basically, the key takeaways from this point is actually what I'm trying to say is that the CS Pro application, CS Pro language is basically used in data entry component and as well as the batch edit application component. You can use the programming actually basically CS programming can be used. The data entry can be happen when in a two ways actually when you wants to have a do skip patterns or some kind of a validation check and balance you wants to keep it that kind of a places you can write the CS Pro programming actually. In terms of a batch edit application, in terms of batch edit application, you can write a program. It's actually the programming can be used in CS Pro programming can be used in a two ways. In this kind of places, you can generate a new variables, or you can have a modifying the data, or you can restructure kind of places. You can have a, in a kind of a large scale survey. All the all the validation will not kept in the data entry itself. Sometimes you wants to make it in the certain validation. You can keep it in the batch edit application, then you can by second editing and that kind of time you can modify using the batch edit application you can do it actually. Also you can also you can do the batch edit application. You can, if you want to regenerate some variables after data entry is completed, that kind of a places batch edit application is much more useful. And also you can even if you want to powerful like a programming, you can do it actually. Lots of things you can separate the files, you can export, automatic export and all those things. Many things you can do it in the batch edit application. In CS Pro language, basically the CS Pro have a where it is declared, how the CS Pro language will be there. CS Pro language will be a program structure, that is a program structure and declaration structure, procedural sections and logical language and elements. These are the five components of a CS Pro language. If you look at the CS Pro structure, CS Pro structure is a consistent even each procedure is performed operation to a specific using CS Pro statement or function written the CS Pro language. It's a CS Pro structure is basically whenever if you want to give a skip patterns or if you want to some kind of a error message, that will basically a program structure. CS Pro program include declaration section. It's one or more procedural section, because if you want to some kind of a dummy variable or some kind of a call, you can make it that will be happen in the declaration section. You can do it. Declaration is basically it will be happen in the global point actually. When we are practically using that, I am going to explain that how the declaration will be there and all those things I am going to explain you. So basically, if you look at the things, there is a example like if I wants to declare some kind of a numeric variable and minimum difference, minimum maximum, or some kind of a string variable I wants to make a string or some kind of array. I have declared a variable in the global point of view. And then the function also you have to declare in the global actually. That how it's because when you are writing, when you wants to call many times the same variable, same structure, same variable or a same structure, that kind of a places you can use the you can declare in a global point of view. Global part you can declare. So I will give an example. The procedural structure is basically the CS Pro is having a two component, that is a post proc and pre proc. The post proc is basically most of the places post proc will be only if you not all the skip patterns, all the program can be by default CS Pro will be happen in the post proc. That is actually post proc is nothing but once the keyer enter the key, what is the action has to be taken. So that's a post proc. That's a post proc actually. Post and then program has to be executed, and then pre proc is executable. The pre-proc is actually basically before the variable is before the entry is happening, what condition has to be executed. That's the pre-proc. So basically, you can declare all the statement in both the places, in a pre-proc or a pre-proc or a post-proc. You can declare automatically. So that kind of procedure you can apply. Data entry application also form file procedures. There is a you can have some kind of a, there will be data entry application on focus, skill focus, on change, and this kind of some other additional programming. You can additional procedural section can be utilized in the CS Pro. Basically, on focus, skill focus is basically on focus will be happen in the during the variable what kind of action has to be taken. It's basically this will happen in the during the when you are writing a program in the roster write of kind of things. You can declare this kind of things. Basically the programming standard, what kind of a common standard you have to, whenever you're writing a program, it's always keep backup the component frequently, complete the frequently working on that, identify the syntax errors, because you want to always execute the things whenever you are writing it. Because once you whenever you're writing any statement or any structural program, you keep on executing the things, because that time itself you have to, whether the error is happening or anything inside, you can immediately you can check it. Otherwise, what will happen if you write a program some 15 pages or something, after that if you're executing the program, maybe you will get a lots of error and all those things, that will make a lots of complication. So it's, I would suggest you have to make the things whenever writing a statement, immediately you can execute the things. And then for the using the help system, you can refer the help system also. So whenever you are declaring anything, you always better to have a declare what purpose that statement has declared, statement has written. So that helps when you are having, when you later on, once the program is done, when the entry application is created, when later stage, you can always refer, it helps to use it. That for you have to use the double slash or a closed bracket. You can, closed bracket is basically if you want to if you want to don't want to execute the statement or a program, then you have to use that starting bracket, and to close the bracket you can use it. If you want to declare any statement or anything, you can use the double slash things. Okay, so that's a program strategy. It's basically all the program statistics, actually programming standard, it's basically most of the program in CS Pro, it's basically if then long like if language, actually statements are if or do or for. This is most of 90% of the 90% of the statement condition will be, program will be executed through if only. Some kind of a do will be whenever you are writing a roster, some kind of a thing. So that kind of a places you have to write a do program and all those things. Otherwise, most of the statement will happen only the if condition only. So for write up CS Pro statement, it's basically the what are the parameters you can take it when you're writing a program. You can write a CS Pro statements in a lower case. Always it's better to use a CS Pro in a lower case. Variable name has to be in uppercase. Whenever you want to write a globally declared names like a string, lower cases and all those things, you have to make it in a lower case. This is always helps to maintain a standard, because because when you are involving a couple of team members, that will always to have to maintain a standard programming aspect. So that is you have to maintain. Declare all the constant program in a global places. You can declare all those things. And then operational simple is actually basically it's a normal those who are involving, this is the common operational symbol used in the programming. It's equal, if you want to not equal to that close, this is the not equal symbol. If you using a, if you're using a less than, you can use the less than or equal to, less than equal to, greater than, and then greater than or equal to. These are the common operational symbol. Most of the places equal sign will be implicated. So and then other some kind of keywords, actually you can, if you not also you can use it. It's a, if true, if both the expression are true, then you can use it. If suppose I wants to make a skip pattern, two variable x variable and y variable, then if both the condition has to be satisfied, then I want to some kind of execution has happened, then I can use the and command. If I want to, if it is a multiple variable, something that I wants to if this variable or this variable, anything that value is coming, anything that whatever the action is going to happen, then accordingly I can use the or command. And there is some kind of example, and if actually basically this is a skip pattern. If we are giving a, there is a variable, if there is a variable we have given, if it is less than 5, then it's supposed to skip to this particular variable. So it's very simple actually. If you and if the same program as we can be carried out, you can use a, this is actually happen in the post proc. If you wants to do it in the pre proc, actually if you want to declare the things in the same condition, if the particular variable has to be executed, if the particular is greater than equal to 5, then it has to be that particular variable has to be asked, otherwise you should not ask. So that kind of a program with same condition, you can use it in the post proc also, and also you can use it in the pre proc also. But the thing is that you have to be very clear that that you have to, as a programmer, as a data entry, as a manager, program data manager, you have to take a call that when I have to declare that particular variable and particular aspects, that you have to take a call in your role. Okay, so moving to the demonstration, uh, first of all, actually what we have in the earlier sessions, what we have discussed about that data entry package, how to create a dictionary, how to how to declare the dictionary, how to create a forms, and all those things we have discussed. Now we are going to see how the program statement has to be carried out, how programming has to be program has to be captured, that we are going to discuss. So before moving to the before moving to the data entry dictionary, uh, we can see that how the questionnaire is there, that the example sample questionnaire we have declared. So you can have some kind of a, before moving to the things, you can judge which are the places I want to write a program. All those things you can have as a maintain some kind of an Excel sheet. So which are the variable, what kind of a statement, kind of a rough picture you can make it, that would always helps you when you're making a large programming aspects. So if you look at the things, here there is a wherever the skip pattern, when here you can keep it a, there is a skip pattern. If it is a 8, then only we can going to ask the other specific, otherwise we no need to ask the other specific. That kind of a skipping pattern is going to be happen. And then if you look at the things, there is a how many members in the household members, it cannot be here you can give a validation, male and female cannot be more than total number of members in the household. So that kind of validation check and balance you can keep it in the application. So how we are going to look at the things, so there is a roster also is there. So if you look at the roster, you have to, there is a maximum 25 rows we have given by default. By, but you can, how you can, by programming, how you can control the roster, and without programming also, how you can control all those things, we are going to discuss in the coming sections. So coming aspects, so there is a skipping pattern, how we are going to look at the alpha variable, how we are going to declare the alpha variable, that all those things we are going to discuss. So moving to the CS Pro programming, the program we have, what the sample program we have declared in the C drive, basically that variable demo, sample demo, that's the program we have written. If you look at the workshop sample, yeah, workshop sample. If you look at the things, we go to the CS Pro workshop sample. We have to open the entry application. There is application. There is a, these are the files will be automatically created when we are creating the application. So if you look at the things, we are clicking the computer type of simple. This is the ENT file, the CS Pro ENT file. Clicking the ENT file. If you look at the things, okay, CS Pro ENT file. If you look at that, this is the this is the form we have generated and the dictionary we have created. If you look at the things, if you look at the left hand corner bottom, you have a three components. There is a files, there is a applications, then you have a dictionaries, then there is a forms. So it's a basically three component will be happen, three tree will be happen, will be in the CS Pro. So what we are going to do it actually, when now we are going to declare a variable. If you look at the things, where it has to program, where it is program has to write it, program has to write it. If you look at the things, there is a CS Pro programming logic. If you look at the click the logic, you have to write the CS Pro logic each and every variable wherever it's required or wherever has to execute it. Suppose we are going to write up, if you, this is a question number Q21 is that religion, and then we have given a statement of statement of other specific. So what we are going to say, if it is what we are okay, that, what is the religion of a head of the household? So if you look at our questionnaire, uh, what is our religion? So if you look at the things here, we have a 1 2 3 4. If it is not, if it is 8 not equal to 8, then we have to skip it. Otherwise we have to ask. If it is 8, then we have to ask. So there is a two types of there is a skip pattern you can declare in a two ways actually. Basically, first example I am going to give it. If uh, dollar, if you can, if you can use the dollar symbol, it's a basically wherever you are declaring the wherever you are declaring the things, the variable name automatically consider as a, you can mention u q21 also. Otherwise q21 not equal to 8, then skip to. So if you look at the things, there is a q22, so I want to skip to q22. So I am, what I am skipping, skip to q22, and then closing the end if I am closing with the programming. So it's, what is its meaning basically, if it is q21 when we are punching it, if it is not equal to 88, then automatically it will not ask the other specific. So it's basically, it's declaring, it's automatically skipping to the thing. So for what we are going to, so we have to keep in mind, whenever we are each statement has to be end with a semicolon. That you have to very clear, keep on very keen to mind it, that each and every program has to be declared in the close with a colon actually. That you have to keep in mind. So I am just skipping the things. So the same statement, and then what you have to do it, you have to execute the things. If you look at the things, there is a execution command. If you look at the things, compile component. So I have to execute the compile. Once compile, you will see that compile successfully at a 20. When it is compiled, all those information is going to be happen. If suppose I am going to not declaring the statement, so what will happen if you look at the things, that if suppose I am not close skip to, suppose I am missing out something. If I am just going to compile, what is the error? See, there is a invalid in the statement, where invalid question number 21, line number 3, there is a skip pattern, invalid skip pattern procedure has happened. So that kind of error message will be come over. So you can, according to the line number, you can go and see, and then you can execute the things. So wherever you are making any mistake, then automatically the error message will become. Suppose if I am going to delete this thing and executing it, you will see line number 2, question number 2, and error message, where the line number, which line number, which places, it's very clearly declared. So according to that, you can declare the things. So now what we are going to look at the things. So now we are going to, the same program can be declare. This is actually, it's this is executing in the post proc application. Post proc at out of default, by default it's happening. The same program we are going to declare in the as a pre-pro. So how we are going to do it? So what I am going to do it, the other specific, going to the other specific variable, writing pre-pro, ask if q210 equal to 8. So what it's meaning is actually, ask if the question, if ask if the q21 variable, if you entered 8, then only you have to enter the other specific. Otherwise you no need to enter the other specific. So this kind of a skipping pattern you can give it. So if you look at the moving to the next moving to the next variable, if I am giving so if you look at the q22, the q22 also, there is a there is also other 8 options as well. So I am going to give a skip pattern. So what I am going to do, if dollar, then other way also you can do it. If dollar uh, less than 8, then skip to, it's everything, it's depend upon how you are writing a program. It's everyone have a different own idea and own conclusion. So you can take a call whether I want to give a less than or a greater than, all those things you can, depends upon your situation, you can make the program. So I am just executing this. So compile is successful. So that kind of a places you can write a program. So moving to the, and just for a fast upping the programming, basically the key takeaway is, basically the key takeaway is you can declare the programming in these places. Each and every variable you can declare the places. If suppose I wants to declare a programming, all those things, if you look at the where the global variable has to be declared, if you look at the thing, there is a global variable, or some functions you want to call every time in the when you're writing a program, or every time you wants to call the same programming, that kind of a places you can write a program in the global component. So that kind of a thing. So now we are going to have a some kind of what we have seen is that how we can have a skip pattern, how we are now we have seen that how the program structure, how the skip pattern and the pre-proc or post-proc information we have seen. So now we are going to see that how we are going to declare the validation. So how we are going to declare the validation, how we are going to, so in this, in terms of validation, so how it's going to be how the validation program is, how the validation control is going to be happen. If you look at the things, we have a male, we have how many members in the household, that is total member of in the household in the question 224, q24, and then we have asked there is a male and then there is a female. So what we are going to do it, we are going to declare a statement. Simply we are going to write a message, actually programming, uh, if q24, if sorry, if dollar means if q24 male member greater than it's greater than q24, what is saying, if, if current variable is greater than q total member of household, male member is total greater than total member, then we have to declare a error message. So what kind of error message? Error message you can err msg you have to break it and open the bracket and open the colon, and you can see total members cannot be, that you have to declare that cannot be more than the total members cannot, total male members cannot be more than total members. House Male household members cannot be total total members in the household. So this is the simple, what I have done is a simple error message, simple error message, and then I am just giving end if. Suppose this message will only, if you, I'll have to run in the executive. This is actually what will happen if you if the if male member is more than total member, what will happen, it simply will show the simply it will show error message, simply it will show the error message. Only when you are in data entry is happening, only it will show, see there is a error message, male member household members cannot be more than total members. So but the key will be move forward. So for stopping the key, if I don't want to, without changing the things, I don't want to move. So for that, what I am going to do it, I don't want to move I want to modify the things. I should not, without this if the condition is without modifying, I should not move forward. So for that, I am going to declare a program, a statement, re-enter. It's basically, it's what is happening, if it is this condition it's not satisfying, then automatically you have to modify the things. So it's basically, it's very clearly it says that uh, you have to execute the thing. So that kind of a programming you have to make it. So it's basically here what we have done. When you are writing a when you are writing a statement, it's very clearly, it's stating total member cannot be more than that. This kind of a programming, this kind of a statements, wherever the validation and all those things, you have to, when we are the tools is, when the questionnaire is with you, you first of all, before writing before writing an application, you have to think about how the programming is, how I want to write, what kind of a what kind of a data entry package, what are the validation I has to check it, which are the places validation check and balance I has to declare. All those things you have to be take into account. So that you have to be, that very you have to very clearly you have to take into the account, that you have to keep in mind. So this kind of a program has to be written. So this is the simple programming. But considering the you can declare another, you can do one more thing also. So you wants to if suppose I wants to same programming what I made it. So I'm just for a time consuming, I'm just saying what I done. The same things. I have somewhat I have added some components. What kind of components I have added? There is a dollar DD. Uh, this is the simple we have added. That is actually basically percentage DD actually percentage DD. If you want to show some kind of a numeric variable, depends upon the digit. You have to, you can declare. What will happen is basically what is happening if it is when the error message is showing, it will show the total member value also. If you declare this kind of things, it's basically male member cannot be more than total members. That is actually Q24 will be Q24, whatever the total member value will be displayed here. And then you have to give the you have to declare the things like a comma Q24, that kind of a comma 24 Q24. That is actually which variable it's going to be. It's this is DD is basically whenever you are getting whenever you are declaring some kind of a numeric variable, you have to DD according to the digit. It's actually basically the total member of household member is 2 digits. So accordingly, I have mentioned 2 digits. If suppose this is 3 digits, I am going to declare 3 digits. Or if it is single digit, so what kind of a display I required, what kind of a length of the variable, accordingly you have to take, you have to declare the DD and all those things. If suppose I wants to show the string value, then you have to, instead of DD, you have to show the SS. That is string value. String value you have to declare. That is actually you have to declare the string value. That is actually basically I am string value. So what will happen, because if I am right, I am executing the application. What will happen? The string is argument that alpha does not match with the value. What has happened? Why it is coming this kind of yellow symbol, yellow argument? Yellow argument error is why it is coming. Warning is why it is going. Because the Q24 is a variable, is basically the variable you are declared as a numeric. But you are mentioned here as a string. So that's the error it's coming. It's basically this kind of error will be, it's not a programming error. It's a kind of a warning symbol kind of error. That if you look at the yellow symbol, yellow warning, this kind of warning will be given. Instead of numeric, you have declared a string. So that's what it's coming. So now I am changing the DD. If you I am executing this, now it's compiled as successful. So basically what we have seen here is that how the skip pattern is moving, how the post proc skip pattern, how the pre proc you can control the variable. So that we have seen. And then moving to the due to the time consuming, moving to the next variable. This is actually basically we have seen how the skip pattern is there, how we are going to give the validation to component. This is basically most of the CS, most of the, if you know these two steps, most of the your basic understanding, introduction to CS Pro, you can well wishes about it. So keep in mind when you are making this programming, you can do this kind of things. So you can implement this thing aspects. So moving to the next programming, what is happening? We have a variable of we have a roster. We have what we have done in the roster. We have declared a record. Actually, basically, we have declared a overall record. If you look at the things, we have a declare the record actually up to 20 members we can do it. But all the household, if you enter the, if you keep entering the data entry, it will not this program, this application will be this data entry will be keep on happening 20 times, 20 times each time the variable will be keep on moving. So for controlling the roster, basically what we are going to do it, that how we are going to do it, which is the variable, what is the variable we are going to control with the total member of household members. So we are going to ask the roster, and the same procedure is going to be adopted for if you have a two levels of a children, two levels of a woman in the same household, that kind of things. You can control the same kind of programming only. So we are going to two ways how the roster is going to be controlled. First option is that without programming you can control. Another option is how with the programming how we are going to control. So first we are going to see how without programming how we are going to control. So moving to the variable, you just without control, without programming, how we are going to control. So I am just clicking the roster, right click, property, clicking the property, you can see there is a variable of occurrence control field name. So what is basically it's saying, how which variable you want to has to control. So basically here the variable, that variable what we, which variable we wants to see, total number of members in the household. So we have to we have to use the q24. Q24 is a variable has to be control the roster. So what I'm going to do it, I'm just clicking right click, go to the property and just making q24. What will happen, it will automatically, if you just running the program, just for our example, this is the run command. I hope sorry, what I'll go into, this is the run command. So we have, what we have done, we have write a skip patterns, we have run some kind of validations, and then we are controlling the roster. So for generating the now we are going to execute the, now we are going to run the application. For running the application, you, what your first step you have to, what you are going to do it, you have to click the run command. Basically this is the run command. Run command, that if you look at the things top corner, there is a signal type of logo will be there. You are clicking the signal type of logo, then automatically the data file will ask, the CS Pro will ask the data file. If you look at the things, there is a two types of three types of a data. Actually that's what I'm saying, you can even, you can give it none. CS Pro DB is the latest as mentioned in the earlier sections. CS Pro DB is the base file, and then encrypted is basically you can have a password, you can set up a password for your data file. And then there is a text file. There is a basically next is a text file. You can have make it. There is a two type common types of CS Pro data file. There is CS Pro DB, and then CS Pro. There is a text file. You can make it two ways. Actually, now by default we are going to do it as CS Pro DB. So what I am going to give it, I am going to give a file name. So we have already declared, there is an example, the variable we have given in the WhatsApp sample data holder. I have already declared, so I am just giving it's s. Then I am just going to give a OK. So once I give it, this is actually previously we have done. So what we are going to do it, we are going to add a thing. So keeping adding. So what we have discussed, this one, that one. This is defaultly, this is how the color and all those things we have already discussed. This is the way it's showing. So you look at the things, if you look at, if I am entering 8, then automatically the others it's coming. If you look, if you do not enter the 8, you can by back key you can move out. So if you look at the things, so pop-up will be happen, and then see what has happened, total member is 1, and then I have entered 13 of a male member. So there is a error message it's coming. How it's coming, if I am just 2 members and I am entering again, if you look at the male member of household may not be, the total member is 2, and total household members. So male household member cannot be more than 2. So it's saying its male member cannot be more than 2. So that's very clearly it's showing. So I have to enter 1. So if you look at the things, and then and keep just moving forward. If you look at the things, some kind of out of range is happening. Okay, some program error. Okay. Sorry, we have given that earlier example. I have given the property, so I'm just uh, removing the protect. So now it will be okay. Sorry. So what we are running, we are running the data entry. We look at the things. So basically, you wants to understand this is very, this is base programming only. That's what we have not gone for much more program, because if you look at the things, it's we have declared total member as 2 members. So we are declared automatically the two roster only coming. So if you look at the two members line number only, it's coming. So you can easily you can enter the things. So that kind of options you can move forward, line number and all those things. So now what we are going to look at the things. So this is the variables how we are declared and all those things. It's a multiple options, that kind of thing. So now what we are going to see without here I am going to give a partial save. Uh, now we are going to declare without programming, without uh, how we are going to declare as a programming way, how we are going to control the roster. So for time consuming, what I am doing actually, declaring the programming in a roster, just removing the what we have declared. Just declaring in the programming. So what I'm going to do it, I wants to control the things. So what for that, it's basically what is happening. I have declared a variable I equal to 1, while actually here there is a variable we have declared I equal to 1. So basically I, as we have new variable as a programming variable, we have declared the I. So for this actually what we have done for writing a program, I equal to 1, while I less than equal to 24, that is actually q24 is the total member of, then do q31, that is a q31 is the variable that we have line number I automatically it has to be carried out, then I plus 1, that is actually we are giving a loop. This program is basically what it's happening. We have make a we have declare a variable, there is a temporary variable we have declare I. For that, for declaring I, we have given a while statement. What is basically, it's look up with the total members, it's keep on saying until the total members it's matching, it has this roster has to be executed according to the according to that, it has to be executed according to that, it has to be controlled. So basically this is actually total members. With this programming, it's we have declared I equal to 1, so we have to declare the I also. So what it's actually, it's happening in the pre-prog. It's happening in the pre-prog. Pre-prog means actually it has to be executed in the before the program. So before the variable, before the roster, it has to be executed. So this is the thing. If you running the executed, then there is a error. This is what is happening. I is not declared in the variable that displayed is the dictionary. So what is happening? We have not declared the as a temporary variable. We have not declared. For declaring, what we have to do it, we have to go to the global. So clicking the top corner, the global pro global, and what I am going to do it, because it's a numeric. So we are going to numeric. We are going to declare I colon. So then coming to this place, see if you run the things, automatically the program is executed. So you wherever there is this kind of I, J, Y, whenever the numeric variable or a string variable you want to multiple times you want to recall, then you have to use the, you have to declare the things in a global component. So what we have done, we have a declare the, we have declared the numeric, there is a declare the variable, the dummy variable, and then we have run the programming. So it's basically it's controlling, the while loop is controlling. We have declared a dummy variable and consider as a first variable q31 equal to 1, and then line number automatically plus 1 it will be declared, and then until unless the total member and the total member of total member is matching, until unless the loop will be satisfied, the keep on loop will be keep on, the line number will be keep on moving out actually. So moving to the then what we have to do it, here we have declared automatically, then we have to declare another statement in the variable of q31, that is also has to be carried out as a pre-pro. For a time consuming and just writing a program, I have already shared this application to you people, you can refer the things. So pre-pro, so what I am declared in the line number pre-pro, the section 3, if it is greater than 24, then it's supposed to current occurrence. Actually current occurrence is basically what is the current variable, the current, if suppose this line number is a current occurrence. Usually current occurrence will be declared in the roster component. Whenever the roster is there, that kind of a current occurrence, end group, and all those things will be happen. The current occurrence is basically the current occurrence is greater than 24, then it's supposed to, if it is current occurrence is, if it is more than two, current, if it is 3, we are given 2 members, so same kind of things. If it is 3, then automatically the roster has to be closed. So that is the condition we are given. So it's automatically, if you enter the things, it's basically current occurrence in the section. There is a roster greater than 24, then it has to be end the group. That has to be end the group. And then you can protect the things, because by protecting, what will happen, that line number will be automatically, sequence will be carried out. So this is the statement. So this is the program for controlling the roster. So what we have done, we have discussed without control, without programming, how we can control. So with control, with the programming, how we are control the roster. So what we have to do it, you have to write a program in the roster component, roster places. There is a simple while do application. You have to write it. Basically, what you have to, in the future, what you have to do it, if you want to control a roster or any variable, what you have to declare some kind of a variable in the earlier. So here, what is our situation? We are going to collect the total member of household members. So what we have done, we have a, we have added a q24. So there is a q24, that kind of a, so you have to simply change the variable name, and then line number you have to do it. So that is a programming we have done. Some kind of a, here in the in roster, some kind of a program you have to write it. If you look at the things, that we have controlled the line number, we have blocked, uh, go to the property, and we have protected. Protected means line number will be defaultly, because we have written already the program. So line number will be automatically will come over. So now there is other, in normal skip pattern and roster skip pattern somewhat differs. So what we are going to see here, if you look at the thing, I am going to see there is a type of occupation and all those things. So if you look at the thing, uh, there is a marital status. If you look at the marital status, whom we are going to ask, the marital status will be asked for those people who are at least 18 and above. So we are going to ask this Q34. We are going to declare a statement in the Q34, that is pre-proc, because we are, this variable has to be uh, declared before the things. Ask if q q34, age of the member, as greater than 17. They ask if it is greater than 17. So what we have done, we have created a variable. Age has to be more than 17, more than 18 only, or more than 15 only, you are going to ask. So that kind of a validation. Otherwise, this variable, otherwise marital status will not going to ask for particular variable. You can declare the same thing in a different way also. Suppose you can give a range. How we are going to see a range? If Q34 in 15 to 15 colon to 99, up to 15 to 99, if it's greater than, also you can declare this kind of option. Also, this kind of way of also you can declare this skip pattern. We can write a program, write the statement. So both the way you can do it. Then we can, there is another thing. If you look at the things, type of occupation of a member, whom we are going to ask, only we are going to ask that, only we are going to ask that, if it is, if it is a member, type of occupation of the member will be asked with whom. Only ask if we are going to write a program, or you can declare here itself, the Q37 itself, if type of occupation will be asked only those who are members, adult member only. So what we are going to do, if Q34 less than the less than 17, less than 15, less than 18, all those things you can, less than 18, then skip to, there is a new thing, skip to next line. What we are going to, the normal normal skip pattern we have not given, skip to next variable. Simply what we are going to, we have to skip to q31. So but normal skipping we are going to write a q31. But in whenever we are writing a program, whenever we are writing a statement in the uh, s- um, uh, in the roster, we have to write it next q31. Next q31 is basically what it's happening, it's moving to the next line number of a member. So it's this kind of program has to be, instead of normal skip, you have to include the next variable, next statement has to be included whenever you are declaring the roster, basically. So what we have done, what we have discussed, we have discussed how the roster will be controlled, what are the skipping, how the script pattern will be there, pre-proc and process things that we have declared. So now this is what our, the last everything we have discussed only on the basis only of the numeric variable control, numeric variable skipping pattern, all those things we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss how, if it is, suppose we have some kind of variable, string variable. Suppose we have a multiple response, we have a string variable. So what are the main source of drinking water? It's a alpha. Basically, it's a alpha variable. So we have, if you look at the things, what are the source of main drinking water? We have declared as a alpha. This is, if you look at the variable, if you look at the variable, this is declared as a alpha variable. For that places, how we are going to have a skipping pattern, how we are going to have a control of skipping pattern. For that, there is a, it's entirely different from the earlier skip patterns or earlier things. For that, you have to write a skip pattern or a control pattern. I'm just copying the things, going to the particular variable q4. So what I am going to declare, there is a, if it is, if it is a string variable, then I am just going to, if it is pos, I am including if pos has to be included. POS actually it's a string actually, post proc string actually. Then 98 is the value, 98 value, then dollar, then it skip to q42. What is happening, if it is 98, then it skip to q42 has to be moved. If it is if it is if it is 98, then this is actually basically the string value we are added as a pos, and then we are given a 98. This is the variable of a skip basically. And then there is other way that earlier we have given examples. The same way also you can take ask if as a pre-proc, ask if pos 98. If it is 98 only, the particular variable has to be, if it is 98, if you enter 98 in a 40 variable number 41, that is the main source of drinking water, then only we are going to ask it. If this is the statement whenever we are going to declare the whenever we are going to this is the statement whenever we are going to declare in the alpha variable. So declare, this is the way we are going to declare. Actually here this is actually wrong, actually it's supposed to 01, or this is the way you have to declare, or 2, this is the way you can declare the thing. So this is the way you have to, or 3, this is the way you can write according to the 3, or not equal to some kind of a things you can declare as a skip pattern. So basically whenever you are writing a string variable, this is the approach. You have POS, you have to include the POS, and you have to declare that within the colon you are declaring the which string variable has to be executed, that instead of numeric, which if it is a, b, or 01, whatever the string variable we have happened, that is the things. And then dollar is basically the same q41. Q41 is 01, then it's supposed to skip. That's what it's a meaning. Q41 is 0. If you enter 2, then it's supposed to skip to Q42. That's the meaning of the things. For this kind of situation, basically it's alpha value. It's, I would always suggest to go with the this kind of declaration, pre-proc approach, because this is, instead of lots of R and you can give it here, it's very simple. you can just give a 98. If it is 98, the particular q41, the variable is 98, then you can only ask, otherwise you no need to ask the statement. So it's basically what we have done. We have done the what we have done, we have done the uh, what we have done, the how to skip pattern the numeric value, how to skip pattern the alpha value, how to control the roster, how to do the validation. All those steps we have discussed. Basically these are the common steps in the introduction of a CS Pro programming. If you well understand, because it's not a one within a one day it will not come, or you have to write a lots of program. If keep on by references, by going a help command, you can have a lots of example. The example is there, you can refer the example holder also, how it's declared. So you, in CS Pro it's very clear. You have to be very clear that how the programming, how the data has to be, as a data manager, data person, how the data has to be come over, that everything you have to first of all you have to think about it. What kind of a validation, what kind of a data has to, what kind of analysis I am going to do it. Accordingly you have to declare the dictionary, declare the variable, declare the all those validation, everything has to be carried out. So this is the programming of a CS Pro programming. So for that I am just running up things. I think we have already discussed about how to add, this is a add case, how to data entry mode, all those things we have discussed, but still I am going to see. So running the command. So CS Pro giving the OK. I am going to, this is add mode, modify mode and verify mode. Here we are going to do it only the add mode only. So what we are going to do it add mode. It's happening. It's selecting the date and just moving out forward. It will not allow you to go. So just, if you look at the things, it's automatically declared. Just I'm giving mail. So lots of validation you can keep it actually. If you look at the things, lots of validation you can keep it. Here we are given, we have declared only single person. That's the reason here if you look at the things, there is error message because it's a string value. So you can declare the whatever the variable, automatically things will be moved. So we have not declared. So if you want to, if your data entry is happening within the time, you wants to do it in a partially, but if you want to save it in a things, you just click a escape key, you will get a partial save. That how partial save has to be declared, that I have already declared. In that, go to the data entry operation option, you can give a partial save and all those things you can give it. So we are going to give a partial save. So what will happen, this is the simple, if you in the left hand panel, if you see, these are the cases we are partially saved and these are the cases as entered. So if I am going to open the same cases again after break, I am coming and opening, just double click, yes, you can give it, that automatically the case will be uh, you can move to the, automatically the case will be automatically move to the last variable where the sorry, I have clicked the variable in a different aspect, that's what it's coming. Otherwise it automatically move to the last variable only. Which path we have stopped, accordingly will happen. So there is a multiple response, we are going to see this. So here you have to click the accept the case. Until unless if you not accept the cases, if you give no, then it will not, data file will not save. You have to give the accept cases, then automatically the case file will be saved. So now this is the how this is the program how we are going to declare the statement and all those things.